All right. Did we get it? Did we fix it? Maybe. Here we're looking at about 48, 49. So yeah, turning on the stream lost me about 5 frames a second. But this is a much better... You know what? Let me try... This is display capture. Moose. Go ahead, yell at me.
Yeah!
We'll take you out. So let me try, rather than running display capture, let me try game capture. So give me a sec.
Yeah!
So we'll see if that does any better with the frame rate. Probably not. I think just running the stream and having a second screen going takes about 5 frames a second off the top. What do we got here? That is a whale. But getting the older driver was definitely helpful. That was part of the problem. That was a major part of the problem. That one's Eagle. Yeah, that's right. Let's try it again. And I thank you all for your patience. Yeah, definitely I thought that, okay, yeah, messing with the graphics driver is probably going to kill the stream. Yeah, it sure did. It did. But look at the frame rate now. You know, there's our 45 to 75. For sure. Much better. And it's a driver from October. 31st October. Snake. So sometimes the latest driver isn't the best driver for the game.
You feeling scared?
We totally nailed him. And he ran away. Alright, give me that. I do love the new book covers. They're nice.
This is where it ends for you. This was your destiny.
Was your destiny. Now on our stage, Destiny. I like to call her Irony. There's my fancy sleeping tree. It is a fancy sleeping tree right there. Giants are hoarding all the drugs. But we're going to tap it anyway. What? Those are not of Argonian blood? What is that, a history? We got to go take out Bay Tild. This means we need to go north. Nico, about how many frames lose when streaming compared to when you're playing? About 5. I would say roughly about 5 frames a second. And part of it is running multiple screens that are playing video. So up on my upper screen, I have 2 windows open up there. I have OBS is open, which is playing a video. And then I have YouTube open, which is playing the stream video. So those 2 videos playing on a second screen that is of a different refresh rate than my main screen is bad. That zaps. I mean, that'll take, they say, about 3%. Boy, we got some pretty good music here. How'd that happen? That was just all of a sudden. Is that Saber Cat? Just curious, did you get your temper under control? Yes, yes. If you look at it right now, we're running below, we're at 66 Celsius right now. So that is a big change from being, 90 to 100. The T-junction max for this processor, where it'll throttle, is 100. But the general consensus among people who know hardware and who are overclock, they say
Scream,
you
plea,
really,
or pray. None of it will matter soon.
You really
No
don't want to
escape.
be over about 80 frames per second. I mean, excuse me, 80
Can't miss.
80 degrees Celsius. Even though where it throttles is 100. So right now we're running 61, 57. It's actually cooler than my GPU. My GPU is running at 68. So yeah, I put a new cooler on it today. I went out and I bought it's a Corsair IQ. It's just an all-in-one 240 rad water cooler. And yeah, installed that today. And yeah, the temps are under control. So I think what happened with my other one, it was the original one that came on it when I bought it. And I've had this computer for almost 2 years now. And I have been running it, quite a lot. And sometimes overnight, uploading files and stuff. So I think the pump just gave out,
Send my regards.
So it was running
Suffer the consequences.
just passive cooling. So I'm actually amazed that I was able to run Skyrim, with just a cold plate on the processor. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. Because yeah, it did
Let's make
It
magic.
did get hot.
I do not fear you, Dovahkiin.
Yeah, now you're dead. Do you fear me now? Do you fear me now? Good. Yeah, this is much better frame rate. You know, like I was telling Gears. Oh, this is a shrine to hear seen. Same thing happened. Corsair AIO for your i9 99 9900K. Yeah. Well, yeah. I like any moving part, right? They will eventually give out. Nothing lasts forever. But yeah, the temperatures I was seeing yesterday really were a big red flag. Okay, that's bad. Did you see his club was purple? I have a fix for that. So yeah, I think this AIO is the it's a Corsair IQ 240 rad, right, with a couple of two fans on it. I didn't have room for a 3-fan jobber, so but yeah, I think it was like 130 bucks and about an hour and a half to install it. I had to pretty much tear everything apart. But that's okay. I've built computer systems before, so it's not like it was anything new. It was just okay, you know, trying to figure out all the RGB wires. I mean, figuring out fan header wires, that's easy, but I'm like, where do all these other wires go? And I'm like, oh, RGB wires. And then no instructions, right? It was a QR code. So I had to scan the QR code with my phone to get the instructions.
Meet your reckoning.
So I guess I'm old school because I remember actual printed instructions used to come with things. Who's dead? You're almost dead. Where are you at? Here, let's find you. You're right there.
Suffer the consequences.
Now you're dead.
It was never going to be me.
I love your predator vision there. Yeah, the cooler that was on here was a thermal take. And generally they make really good products. Who's this? This is a shrine to Azura. Well, that's kind of cool. Azura in the box. Trap souls in my name. Explore new locations. Pray only at twilight, preferably outside. Dark elves and those skilled in illusion most deserving. Well, I'm not a dark elf. And I'm not skilled in illusion. I will trap souls, though. Pretty Aurora. I'm going to throw a save right here because I can, and we're going to dive in here and see what happens. Yeah, this...
in the wind.
That looks pretty gruesome.
should be set.
Yeah, this is a 10850. i9 10850 processor that I'm running. Looks like we do a little sniping. Your death.
What was that?
Anybody else want a limp?
I know I heard something.
Of course you did. Little Miss Invisible.
I'll kill you.
You will? Bring it on. Nobody's here. We got another invisible one. They like being invisible. Looks like we got like 3 more. Let's do a little weapon change.
Killing you will make for an excellent story.
Only if you live.
Get out of my face!
Ooh. I got a healing potion right there. Snag.
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
Nope.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
Thought I heard something.
You won't get the best.
Want to make a bet? Oh, oh no. We're going to crash? Finally got things running good and it's going to crash on me. All right, let's look at the crash log. Hey, I'm having fun today. All right, what do we got here? Lighting shader property, cave pillar, cave room, roots, spit pot closed, MX campfire. So it could be pretty much anything. It's maximum carnage. Cave pillar. Shader accumulator. Parabolic culling process. So to me that looks like a shadow scene node crash. Because yeah, draw shadow caster lights. So I'm thinking I have fire effects that are casting shadows. And that's messing up the limit. Yeah, because I've got parabolic culling process. I do have a lot of cave room wall stuff, but a lot of the culling process ones, right? A lot of this cave GL room. Cave GL room. Spitpot closed. MX campfire. So it could be a bad mesh. We could look here. And I wonder if it would be under dungeons. So directory. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to know the exact folder that it's in. I can't just choose my data folder because that ain't gonna work. All right, screw it. We're gonna just dive back in there. Hope for the best. If it crashes again, then we'll go looking for it. Everybody drink. We crashed. Yep. So today's been fun. Replacing a cooler on the processor. Having to go buy a cooler, then replace the cooler on the processor. Get all that going. Come in here and realize you didn't set up, your driver and your resizable bar. So I had to go and set all that up. And then the latest driver, having trouble with that, so I had to revert to an earlier driver. And I got all that going, and then what happens? Then the game crashes. So, yeah, maybe it's not my day to buy a lottery ticket. Just saying. Not a good day to buy a lottery ticket. But I did wake up breathing, so that's a good thing. I guess I'm lucky where it counts, right? I woke up breathing with a roof over my head, and there was warm water in the shower. The toilet flushed. I had food. I had clean clothes to wear, mainly because I did laundry today. So, yeah, I'm sure you can relate, old guy, because you're probably right there with me. If not, a little one side or the other, age wise, but probably mentally right there with me. That sometimes you just kind of have to laugh at what life throws at you because it's better than crying. And you just deal with things as they come, and just keep hammering away at it. You'll get back there. Don't give up on it. That's kind of where I'm at. I haven't given up on it. I was actually thinking about, and I know this is crazy. You're 57. You have 2 years on me. I'm 55. So yeah, you can relate. We are of the same generation there. I never really figured that I would fall in love with a game as much as I fell in love with Skyrim. I mean, I I remember playing like big arcade games, Defender, Pac-Man, Centipede, um, those kinds of games, Joust, in like big arcades when I was a kid, right? And those were full-size video games, but low graphics, low bit graphics. Um, and then I remember, my buddy had an Atari 2600. That was kind of the bomb back in the day, right? And little 8-bit graphics. And then Sega came out with 16-bit graphics, and that was like, ooh, playing Sonic and some of the games on the Sega system. And then I kind of got out of video games and never really played video games after that. until I had an injury in 2004. And a buddy of mine bought me a copy of Morrowind. And I put it on my laptop, gateway laptop, with a Pentium 4 processor and 512 megabytes of RAM and integrated graphics. And I'm playing Morrowind, right? And I got hooked. I had never seen a game like that. Never seen a big open world that you could go anywhere you want to, anytime you want to, and play it any way you want to. You know, everything was always level oriented that I was playing before that point in time. So yeah, I fell in love with Elder Scrolls right there. And then I bought Oblivion. I picked that up the day it was released.
Should have known she was lying. Did you hear something?
Did you hear something?
Did you hear something?
Is someone there?
I knew it.
Rip your heart out! That the best you can do?
Pathetic and predictable. I'll grant you a worthy demise.
I dare you to try that again.
Prepare to die!
All right, we're gonna go in with this guy again. But yeah, then I see games like Skyrim here and the kind of graphics and
What's
everything
you
that's
gonna do? Huh? What's you gonna do?
that'll block your
This is
arrow
where
and
it
cut you
ends
in
for you.
half.
Guys alive!
Oh, and cut your head
Your
off.
fate is sealed.
Well, I guess I didn't quite cut him in half. I just cut his head off. Yep, we're coming to get you, buddy.
You're a disgrace to your own kind.
Send my regards.
She's just... We will call you the Decapitator. But yeah, when I look around at a world like this, it just kind of blows my mind. And then it's all rendering in real time too, you know? Bone chimes.
Quiet now.
Well, that looks pretty safe. I think I'm okay. What do we got here? A little bit of coin purse, a little bit of booze. Give me your booze. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll pick your mushrooms. Did they fill that full of dirt? How about we just read that? Pull the lever. Well, that's going to dump me right back at the beginning. That's a really short... Well, at least it didn't crash. Thank you for not crashing. Yeah, I think that was a shadow scene node crash. Which there isn't really a whole lot I can do about it. But yeah, seeing that CPU running at 60, 65. Your modding adventures started back with making maps for Doom. Eventually Call of Duty, Fear, Unreal Tournament, Company of Heroes. Yeah, I wasn't even playing video games back then. I didn't start playing video games again until Morrowind. Like I said, What's really funny is my buddy bought me a copy of Morrowind, right? And I told him, dude, I don't play video games anymore. He's like, no, no, you got to try it. You know, you've never seen anything like it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm like, nah. So it sat on my desk for 2 weeks. I was laid up with an injury, by the way. So it sat on my desk for 2 weeks before I finally got bored enough to load it in my game and start playing it. And yeah, immediately got hooked. So, but no, as an older thing, slowed down a bit. Skyrim is perfect. Your own pace, have fun modding it. Yeah, I have a really good time modding it. I modded the snot out of it. My problem is I want everything. I don't know if that's a problem, really, but I think I push the limits of the hardware. You know, I've learned a lot.
Challenge me.
Got me!
You're a fool and a dog for it.
Okay, we need to cancel this. Exit. Exit.
Victory shall elude your grasp.
Get a bigger weapon.
Ow! I mean...
God, no! You'll pay for this.
Think again.
I love sweep attacks. You guys bug me. I didn't even get out of bed and you guys were attacking me. That's just not right.
Ooh.
All right, we'll go back to the pig pokers. Oh no, I think we're gonna need a bow. That was a really big shadow. Oh, I love that sun spray. Yeah, exactly the same for me. I want the cool stuff. Yeah, well, that's... I like magical jumping. Have a good time with that. I have a good time with, you know, Skyrim's reverse dagger animations. I made the daggers. These are Aragorn's daggers from Lord of the Rings. So I made those daggers, and then I made them reverse specifically for Skyrim's animation. Same thing with this twin blade. No, this twin blade. This is based on the Raven swords that I made, but I ended up making a twin blade out of it because I saw Black's animations for MCO for twin blade. And I'm like, oh, those are just too cool.
Yeah!
So I had to, you know, I had to make a weapon for it. Near my max, I think, 251 plugins. Started watching tutorials for Xedit. Squeeze a little more out of it. I'm at, are you on Old Rim or are you on Special Edition or Anniversary Edition? What version are you playing on? Because you talk about 251, I think you're on Old Rim. I would recommend moving to Special Edition, specifically 1.5.97. And the reason for that is I'm playing with 1,350 mods right now. This mod list, 1,350. And the reason I can do that, we still have the 255 limit, but we have, with Special Edition, it's 64-bit for one, so you're not limited to 4 gigs of RAM. Oh my god, we're dead. You're on SE? Then learn... Oh my gosh, I died. Everybody drink, we died. Oh man, I'm out of coffee. Learn about what they call ESPFE or ESL files. And what they are is it's a light plug-in, and it doesn't count. You have over 2,000 mods? Yeah, you can get there. Um, Light plugins don't count towards the well, they do count, but it takes 496 light plugins to equal one regular plugin. So you could potentially have thousands and thousands of mods in your game by using the light plugins. Now you can actually make light plugins using SSD edit. So look into that. That'll get you around that 255 limit. We better grab a weapon because we got attacked last time. Load order's a mess. Yeah, I'm at 1350 and it took quite a bit, and making patches. Running special edition with the Elysium mod pack from Wabbajack. It's in the unlisted category, so it's pretty full already. Trying to add more of your own. Okay. Well, my Wabbajack is up in the description, but it may be buggy. And I can tell you that the one person was able to successfully install it. Well, two people if you count me, because I was able to successfully install it also. You're running, okay, special edition. Well, yeah, then, so you have more than 250 some odd mods. You're just saying you have 250 ESPs already. Because I'm pretty sure Elysium has over 1,000 mods in it, easy. You know, I always wish there was more of a backstory to this dead mammoth here. Also, I put some really quality of life things in my mods, or in my list. Like I can stand on corpses. I don't fall through them. Little things like that, you know, are things that I added to my mod list. Alright, we gotta find... Well, this is the Swamps by Morthal. $2,094 mods currently. Okay, yeah, that's heavier than this one. Well, it all depends on what kind of mods they are too. I went for a lot of graphical type stuff, so it pulls a lot of VRAM. Right now, 14 gigs worth of VRAM is what we're pulling. But I love this. This is the snow, and I love Footprints. Footprints is a great mod. But this snow here is called Nordic snow. And to me, you know, I get up to the mountains every now and then, so I see real snow. This just really looked like real snow to me. I know Vivid Snow is really nice, but it looks like it was, you know, there was a herd of wildebeest that came by everywhere, you know. But fresh fallen snow to me should look like this.
Keeping low.
You know, kind of crystally and smooth. And then I got rid of, like I used a lot of cathedrals plants in my list, but like the weeds, they call them dead shrub or snowy shrub 01. The ones that look like tumbleweeds, I got rid of them. And I changed them out for these little plants here. I just thought they looked better. And dead shrub 01, the other one that looks like a tumbleweed, I got rid of that too. And I got rid of a lot of the pebbles and rocks. I still have the snowy rocks, but the other rocks didn't go really well with the parallax textures. So I talked to Boris, and the other problem I was having was they were affected by grass collisions. So when you walk through them, they would move out of the way. Does your mod pack still have some room to add more? Yes. Yes, it does. 235 ESPs currently. So it's got room for about 20 more. But
Divines await you.
not only that, there's probably about another
Meet your end.
30 or 35 mods that if you compacted the form IDs, you could change to ESL. We can pet the kitty too. You want to pet the kitty? Kitty? Can we pet the kitty? You're not letting me pet the kitty. That's wrong. Oh, now he's gonna go run away from me. He cut the rat in half. That's maximum carnage. Love it. But yeah, I love the snow drifts. I love that this is really blended roads with better dynamic snow. So it'll actually cover the cobblestones. And to me, that was more realistic than the cobblestones showing through the snow. And then these are from Animalica.
I've got a present
The
for you.
hostile elk. But yeah, I'd much rather see these plants than the little tumbleweed looking ones. And then I've got, SPID for those, so that they're actually the snowy models in the snow. We better put a little cloak on because we're up in the snow. Thanks. Like I said, I went for visuals. I went for the eye candy because that's what I like. I really like, and then I tried to find textures that would blend really well. So like from the rock to the snow to the road and then out the snow on the other side, So everything just kind of blends together. I didn't like really hard edges between textures. Although there are some here. It's not that bad though. It's not perfect, but I tried. Yeah, it's about the eye candy, but again, I'm pulling 12 gigs worth of VRAM here right now, and there are some places that'll pull up to 18 gigs worth of VRAM. So I recommend, excuse me, I highly recommend if you're going to give it a try to have at least 16 gigs worth of VRAM and to have a page file of around somewhere between 20 and 40 gigs. So about a 500 gig partition for this mod list. And then, like I said, it's still kind of buggy. There's been some people who've had problems with it's telling them they have the wrong version of the BSA files. So, and I haven't figured that out yet. But a friend of mine, Ireshot, was able to get it installed in their game. So I know it can be done. And I have a copy of it installed too. Okay, I hear that sky shard. I want that sky shard. Can I climb up there? So sky climb is part of it. Magical jumping. Bow rapid combo version 3. So we have a lot of paraglider. We have a lot of quality of life fun things that are part of the sky shards. Yeah, there we're running. And I run Pure Dark's Upscaler also, the one for EMB off his Patreon. Highly recommend it. It was worth every penny of the $5. So rather than, I mean, if you like the mod list and you want to use it, I don't ask for donations. Everything I do is for free. Same with my mods. They're all free. Nothing behind a paywall. But if you want to put some money somewhere, get
Won't rest till you're dead.
Get yourself Pure Dark's Upscaler. Or throw some money at Boris for EMB. Uh-oh. Are we over encumbered? Yeah, just a little bit. Alright. Also, one thing that I included that you'll have right from the get-go is called Staff of Shalador. You see this little ball on the end of the staff? That's my player home. So this staff weighs 8. But when you equip it, you can move into the staff. And it's a portable, it's like House in a Hat, right? It's a portable player home. It's made by the same people who did AHO. And it's actually a really cool little house. Let's dump off some stuff we don't need. We did just pick up the Elder Gleam bow. This was a bow I made. It's out of Claro Walnut with pearl inlay and ebony banding. And it's a laminate with maple core. Nice looking bow. But we're not going to carry it. We don't need the Falmer sword. We don't need that. We don't need those. We are carrying that. That's another one I made. Mirkwood. We're done with Nettlebane. That's from Johnny Skyrim. We don't need 2 pickaxes. Don't need that. And we don't need... That's another one from Johnny Skyrim. Baldur's Lucky Dagger. That's a good one too. Alright, what are we doing with armor? Amulet of Stendar. Mask of Clavicus Vile. Alright. We're still really heavy. So let's see what else we can get rid of. We can dump all those because we don't use scrolls. We're not a magic user. Frederick's journal, don't need that. Can't get rid of that. That's a quest item. And my OCD means I got to fix all the rugs. All right, so let's look at what we got for ingredients. All right, we want to keep the eagle feathers because they cure disease. We want to keep the elf seer, that's what we pack our pipe with. We're dumping everything else. All right, so let's, do we have any bones? We are a bone collector. Yes, heavy dragon bones and dragon scales. Goat horns. Orc skull. We have the lexicon. You know, after we kill Baytild, we should probably go do the lexicon. That's a fun quest. What are we doing with firewood? We have 19 firewood. Minus 8 would be 11. There we go. Uh-oh. All right, fine. We'll go here. So what's cool about the Staff of Shalador is which way is up. So which way is up? And I put a smelter in here. And I put the oven over there. Because it was the only two things it was missing that I thought it needed. Do we have any heavy ore to get rid of? We can get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that, get rid of those. That's heavy. Also, I added just a bunch of different music. There's a mod on the Nexus that combines a bunch of different music mods, and yeah, I threw that in here. What's in the large sack? Okay, that's just empty water skins and stuff. We'll probably get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of the paper. All right, we're down to 211. We're almost down to fighting weight. You know, let's do this instead. See what needs to be recharged. Oh my gosh, everything needs to be recharged. All right, that's cool. Strong box. Strong box. Strong box. There we go. I want to put the Aretino family heirloom in there and the butterfly in the jar in there. We do have a flawed Varla stone. We're down to 208. That's actually a pretty good weight. Do we have any gems? I know we've got that Varla stone. Okay, now we're down to 207. It's probably food. So let's get rid of some booze. Get rid of the ale, get rid of the apple wine. $204. We're good. Back out into the world. So let's throw a save right here. Zoom out a little bit and we're on our way. What have we here? Satchel. Salt pile. The other one is empty. No, it's not empty. What's the book? A Dance in Fire, Volume 6. Got some potions. Who's the dead mage? Poor horsey. Can we bury the horse? We have a shovel? We have a shovel. Hey, we can bury the horse. Nice. So shovels bury bodies. And brooms organize stuff.
You will not defy fate.
Oh, I hear ya. Stick and move, stick and move.
Nice try, darling.
He's gonna kill me. If I'm not careful.
Of course, I'm practically a trap magnet.
Yeah, we got him. Better heal up though. We're floating up the road here. That looks better. Yeah, I love... One thing I found about messing with EMB and everything else is that if you can get... Hey, what's up, Modder? If you can get your sky... She got blood splattered all up and down her arm. If you can get the sky color to look right and the skin color to look right, everything else looks right. So if you're going to mess with coloration, look at skin and look at the sky. You get those two the right color, everything else in your game will be the right color. Just a little trick. Oh.
5, 8. I'm so hungry.
What's up, G-Meow? I had to revert. I do not recommend the latest driver from NVIDIA. It took roughly 5 frames per second off the top.
I'll be sure to remember you.
I actually reverted the driver back to one from October 31st. And my frame rate got exponentially better. Where's the dog? There's the dog.
can't miss.
Where's the lizard? There's the lizard. Pull the lever! Shoot the lizard! Then you're just gonna go flying off, you big wuss. Yeah, well, today I had to take my computer apart and put it back together because the pump on my all-in-one water cooler for my my processor stopped working. So I ran a stream earlier today and my processor was getting almost 100 degrees Celsius. Right?
It's too late to hide, so you better start running.
That was a nice little spin move there, buddy.
Was that supposed to...
Let's get this over with.
My story will not end here.
Not impressed! Big mistake!
Yeah, I just got knocked down. Alright, get a bigger weapon, girl. These guys have
Is that
spells.
your best?
Oh, one of them's a werewolf.
Your legacy will be as a mere footnote in the chronicles. Is that the best you've... Do not resist.
Oh, a nice move. So what does it say? Jag had to redo his load order from scratch again. Oh, man. Uh-oh. 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 Why did we freeze up? Hello? We froze up. Well, that sucks. Everybody take a drink. That means that's not a crash, that's a freeze, but that's might as well be a crash. Not responding. Makes me wonder. Hopefully it doesn't end the stream. That would be bad, but it might. Let's run loot. We're going to check this really quick. It's not giving me any errors or dirty plugins. And it did not change the load order. The only other thing I could think of would be Rybash. He was downloading a mod and his console crashed and it wouldn't turn on. Oh man, that's a bummer. So he had to rebuild his whole mod list? I can relate. That sucks. It's time consuming. Don't worry about your CPU getting too hot, Nico. Yeah, well, the cooler's good. So that says it's a different header. And that's one of the new files. This is kind of bad. These are missing things. They're out of order. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's go find resource. Should be up here. Unclick it. And then we're going to rebuild the bash patch without it. He finally got his console to restart? Yeah. Free heating? Yeah. I worry about my processor when it gets to be, 212 degrees Fahrenheit with a boiling temperature of water. That's the T-junction max. That's when it's supposed to start throttling. I don't want to see it anywhere over 80, even on the hottest day. And there's no reason it should be if it's water cooled. And it is. It's a, little all-in-one 240 mil rad radiator, right? So two fans on it. But even so, that shouldn't get over 80 Celsius ever. And the fact that it was getting up to 100 today lets me know that that little pump it stopped working and it was just passive cooling. So yeah, it was time to get a new one. But I remember, installing fans and you just had a fan header, right? You plug them into your motherboard, no problem. And they were all labeled. So not a big deal. Same thing with the pump. It's got like a fan header you plug in. Well, now all the pumps have two wires coming off of them. All the fans have two wires coming off of them because not only do you have a wire for the header, for the power, you have another wire that goes for the RGB lighting. So, and then that all goes into a controller, and the controller that came with it is different than the controller that I have already installed. So I have two RGB controllers now. But I don't want to run both sets of software because that's more overhead. So I'm just letting it cycle, on the rainbow colored light. It's made by Corsair called IQ. Just a little all-in-one CPU cooler. Pretty easy to install. I do like that they finally started cutting a hole in the back plate where the motherboard mounts so that you don't have to pull the whole motherboard out to change the mounting bracket for a CPU cooler. So that's nice. You can actually reach it from the back side of the case. So, because I remember in the old days, if you wanted to change your cooler, you were pulling the motherboard. That was the only way to get to the bracket on the back side. So, but man, all the wires for RGB lighting are crazy. So I think the next system that I build, no RGB lighting. None. We're not going to do RGB. So no headers for any of that garbage. Plug everything right into the motherboard. Stay away from the overhead software that's controlling RGB lighting. You replace memory cards, video cards, a few other things before. Not ready for your experience yet. It's not that bad. You know, um, video cards are pretty easy. I actually had to pull the video card out so that I could get the old radiator and fans out because it would have been in the way. RAM is easy. Plugging things into SATA is easy. Like adding a new drive, things like that. All of that's pretty simple. Even mounting a motherboard is not difficult. Just need to make sure that your standoffs are in the right holes. And then don't over tighten your screws. So, and then you're good. All right, so we redid Rybash. Let's fire up the game again. Why does that say 115? Okay, that's wrong. Well, maybe not. Because I thought I had 117 plugins in here. I did get rid of artifacts. And I just unclicked the resources that come with 1.6 1130. Okay. So 115 or 1,115. Really, that's not very much when you think about, like Elysium, or you think about some of these other mod lists that are out there that are 2,500 mods, or 3,000 mods, or 4,000 mods, and that's a little crazy. Um, but again, it really depends on what the mods are doing. If it's just a mod that's adding an armor, it's not really going to conflict with a whole lot. So that makes it pretty easy. Um, hey, you both made it. But when you start adding mods that are, like overhauls, then you start having conflicts. I mean, I could add 2,000 mods that are just changing the color of pillows in game. Or in this case, you see all these ones that say Lux here? These are all just patches. Those are just patches for Lux. And all of these are patches for JK's interiors. So a lot of the mods that are in here, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I'd say, oh my gosh, maybe 80 of them are just patches. So that they play nice with other mods. I wonder where the last save was. Where's the last place we saved? Probably back there a ways. But we hadn't even made it to Dawnstar yet. We're trying to go to Dawnstar. We got to go kill Bayteld. We took out Narfi. And we took out Anonius Papias, the miller. So let's go get Bayteld. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go check on a dog. She was just laying around the corner. I couldn't see her, but she's doing all right. I just hope I can get her med levels evened out. Get her out of the diapers. Not have to worry about, following her around with a mop. Which is kind of what I do. Wash dog beds every day. Wash her diapers every day. Follow her around with a mop. Oh, the things you do for your kids, right? All right, where are we at? We are Oh, we're not that far back. We're coming up on Stone Hills, I think. Or we already passed Stone Hills.
Time to introduce myself. Have you no honor?
Yeah! Yeah!
Ah, blissful rejuvenation.
Give me your troll fat. She's magical. So yeah, we didn't lose very much. That's good. We really need to improve those daggers. Alright, I'm saving the game. I'm saving the game. Alright, we saved the game. Should we take out the big lizard? This is the one that wussed out on us and flew away. And he wussed out on us and flew away again. Boy, there's something kind of on fire over there. Let's get a bigger weapon. Then we'll go check out the carnage. Looks like the peddler didn't make it. But he had some good stuff. You won't be needing this. We'll leave you with a dagger. Should we keep the weapon out? This is where we ran into the bad guys. Yeah, we'll put the weapon away. Put it away now. We have a chicken. We have a sky shard. Okay, we actually need to save the game and reload it because we don't have our paraglider. So we save the game again. Then we're going to load it. We forgot to drink? Hate it when that happens. We're hunting. Have you thought about adding a few twin blades to your mod? No, it has 3. It has 3 very nice twin blades. It's got Thranduil's twin blade, Raven twin blade, and Orcrist. So I mean, how do I compete with that? We shoot chickens.
Can't miss.
I mean, are there any other swords that I made that you would like to see made into a twin blade?
Eagerly anticipating your demise. Focus.
I heard your footsteps there, buddy.
Think you can hurt me?
Daedric and or Dragon, those are already done. So the ones I made were unique to me. They were ones that I made. That was a rabbit. That they froze the rabbit. Though if you want ones that are, look up a mod called Twin Blades of Skyrim. And Twin Blades of Skyrim is made using vanilla blades like you're talking about, and they were made into twin blades. The reason I made the 3 that I made was they were unique models that I had made. I just made twin blade variants of them.
Need something?
No.
Hey!
Everyone, inside, now.
All right. Take it easy, Gears. There's Baytild. They're all hiding.
Haven't lived this long to be beaten by you. You're already dead.
Let's get a higher vantage point.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Can't miss.
Where are you at?
Hiding will not save you.
Who says I'm hiding?
I'll kill you where you stand.
I do love those Game of Thrones dragons.
You'll die this day, Kraken. Another body to get rid of.
Smooth strides.
Where'd the dragon go? Okay, now everybody's mellow. And I don't know where the dragon is. Baytild's still hiding out inside. I wonder if the dragon just ended up dying over here. Thinking about your style of twin blades. Oh. What do you mean my style? mean, the Sword of Thranduil was originally designed by Weta Workshop. Same thing with the...
Never should have come here.
Got me! It's too late to hide, so you better start running. Your technique is lacking.
Pray to your gods for mercy. I'll try and make this quick.
Yeah, the same thing happened with... with Orcrist. Orcrist was originally made by Weta Workshop also. The Raven sword was made by a place called Raven Armory. It's based on an actual sword you can buy. And I just saw an image of it online and I'm like, oh, that would make a badass sword. So I made a 3D model of it. But yeah, it's an actual sword you can buy. So really not my style. You know, I'm making copies of things other people have made. Oh, the Raven Twin Blade? Yeah, I can show you something interesting. Here, hold on a minute. Let me find you a link. Let me see if I can get up there.
Yeah!
No, no. There. All right. Give me a second, I'm looking it up. There it is, it's called Evolution. Copy. Paste. Check that out. Tell me if that looks familiar. But that's where I got the idea.
Good morning.
What's so good about it, huh?
Oh, well, good day.
It's not morning, it's night, isn't it? Yeah, it's 8 p.m. It's not morning. Alright, where's Baytil? Does she go to bed?
Divine sake, Scald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Auric is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Scald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed. Are you all right? You seem tired.
I'm fine, Auric. Are you worried about this war?
No. If we must fight, we will, and you will lead us to victory, as you always
Yeah,
have.
we're taking a screenshot of
You
that.
by my side. Is that right?
I would have it no other way.
So, where is Baytil? She's at home. Well, what do you know about that?
Covert.
Her house is unlocked. What do you know about that? She's just sitting in the corner. Should we talk to her?
I'm really not in the mood. State your business or take your leave.
Someone wants you dead, Beytild.
And let me guess, that someone is my so-called husband, Leg Elf? Well, the feeling's mutual.
Well, I guess I just have to stab you.
Yeah! Don't do that! Ha! What are you doing? Yeah!
Hey, my wife just landed. Sorry, I got a text her. Actually, I'm not sorry. Alright, well, we're just going to go wandering out of here now. Yeah, that...
God, another. Those fools are actually fighting.
Yeah, those swords are really nice. Raven Armory has a lot of nice swords. But those in particular, the shape, I really like the shape of them. So I made, it was kind of funny, I made swords that look like that and the scabbards that look like the scabbards that go with it. And somebody said, oh, those scabbards would never work. And I'm like, okay, well, take a look at this picture and tell me that they'd never work, because that's an actual item. They're split down the back. So that's how come the swords can fit in there. Wait, everybody's sending me emails. Why are they all sending me emails? Email. Alright. Now that we cleared all that crap out of the way, let's set up a tent. Because we're going to spend the night, like right here. Side of the road. A lot of the things that I made came from images of other things. I mean, the 3D models I made are unique, but they're based on actual items. I found things that were inspirational, and I used those to inspire me. I'm like, I want that in my game. I want to play with that. So I made it. Watched a few blacksmiths work, and it's always a learning experience. Yeah. There are some very talented people in this world. Some of them work with metal. I mean, I was a metal worker, so I get the gist of it. But I worked wood, metal, plastic, and pixels. Pixels are by far the most forgiving. The undo button is very nice. You don't have an undo button when you're working with metal or plastic or wood. You cut a piece of wood too short, it's always going to be too short. You cut a piece of metal too short, you can stretch it. Plastic, yeah. You're not really, you know, it'll never be the same. Trying to mold or melt two pieces of plastic together. I did make molds, and I was creating rubber butt pads for, of all things, a rifle stock. But it was a very specific rifle stock. So I actually had one of them, and these were made out of rubber, but they had a metal plate in the center of them. So I used one of them to create a mold, a flexible mold, and then set the mold up to support a piece of metal in the center while I was pouring the rubber around it. Basically, I copied the way that they were made. Sold a few of those too. Because that's kind of a niche thing though. But when they imported them, they imported them without the butt pads on them. Used to be some craftsmen that would come around in the summer. Another town not far from where you could watch, but not anymore. Well, I mean, it all depends on what people are good at, you know. I like going to a lot of the, like swap meets and things like that. You'll find people who handcraft stuff. And a lot of that's really cool to check out. Especially like in Maui. You find some of the locals that are actually working with, you know, an indigenous wood, koa, and they're the only ones who can work with it because, you know, they're native. But some of the things they make are really incredible. And some of the people who make jewelry too. Very talented. Love those God rays. What's up with the random chickens?
Can't miss.
I love the little feathers. That was a white grouse. Okay. Looked like a chicken. We're a little thirsty. We need to stop by where there's some water. Yeah, jewelry. My grandfather did lapidary. He would go and collect stones and then tumble them. And he made like bolo ties and belt buckles and things like that with the stones. That was kind of his hobby. He was kind of a stone collector. But he would tumble them and then make jewelry.
Thought I heard something.
Just a scratch. Focus.
Oh my gosh, really?
Once I'm done with you,
Oh.
there will be nothing left to bury.
Oh no, hey, we're dead. We're totally gonna die.
Give up.
We're dead.
Another day, another victory.
We're dead. Mahale mod? Which one? They just myrtleized me. I'm watching the replay and it's like, oh my god. All right, everybody drink. See, I got moidalized. Mom had a cousin that made jewelry, stones and polished and shaped. Yes. Lapidary. 10. And 10 would be 8. Oh my gosh. She's a little hungry. Says, I am cold. Alright, well, we didn't make it that far. The chicken's running around? Actually, it said it was a white grouse, which means that it's from Birds of Skyrim.
Can't miss.
Now, Birds of Skyrim is no longer publicly available. It's an old mod that was removed back when Nexus decided they were going to keep a copy of everything. But it's one that I've had forever and I like it. It adds things like, the ringneck pheasants and stuff like that, and the grouse. I think the world needs birds. The fact that it looked like a chicken may be an overlap with Mahale's chickens and chicks. It's possible that there's an overlap there. Somebody left a horse. Good horsey. Should we steal him?
Off we trot.
Now we're a horse thief. Okay, we're going to try to trot right past these people this time, rather than trying to snipe them.
That woman and her lie. Wait, you hear anything?
No, I'm running right by you. Oh, in your library on console? Yeah, one of them's called Birds and Flocks. That one got re-released. It was down for quite a while, but it was released again for special edition. Then there's one called Birds of Skyrim. And that's the one that's no longer publicly available for, at least for PC. And what's the third one? That's not my eek.
This one has something sweet for the fellow traveler,
Oh.
if it entices.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
He's selling drugs.
All right then.
Why can't I get off the horse? Let me off the horse. Can I get off the horse? It won't let me off the horse. Hello? I want to get off the horse. That's just not right. Now it won't even let me pull a weapon. Alright, fine. We're just going to run the horse. We're stuck on a horse. Yep, we're stuck on a horse. We stole the horse, now we're stuck. My guess is I would have to probably click on something else. I have to activate something else. Hey, okay, we got off the horse. Sweet. I think we're going to put a save right here. Why? Because we can. All right, we need to go back and talk to Nazir. Because we killed all of them. And then we need to do that. So we're either going to Avangenzel, which is way over here, or we're going here. Why don't we try to go that way? Change in the weather. Do a little skydiving. We should be able to... No, not die. We shouldn't be able to die. All right, everybody drink. I guess that's what happens when you have lore-friendly mode on, is you take fall damage. That was terrible. Well, at least we saved right there, so. Okay, let's try that again. So if we come down that way, at least we're not going to die. All right, we're off to go see Nazir. My wife should be home soon. There's a noble. Looks like it's starting to rain. Time's it getting to be? Yeah, it's almost noon. 11:11. I do love that rain. That rain is vivid rain. Yeah, this is a heavy spot. We're pulling 37 frames a second. 38. That is a heavy spot. Of course, going this way, we're back up around 60, 65. So it's only looking certain directions. Like looking this way right now, we're pulling 40.
Good dog.
I love that they say good
Are
dog.
those parts ready yet?
I can only hammer so fast, Carter.
Hammer faster.
Just send them over when they're ready.
They're hanging your laundry out in the rain. You would think they would be smart enough to pull their laundry in when it starts to rain, but apparently not. New mod idea. I do love obsidian mountain fogs. And they kind of cling to the mountain. It says the air is comfortable, even though it's raining. I guess it's Maui. The Hawaiian Islands, now it says I'm chilly. But the little sun is up in the corner. It says I'm being warmed up. Make up your mind. Yeah, up here we're almost 60 frames a second. Much better on the older driver. Much better on the older driver. I do love that rain texture. It's called Vivid Rain. They nailed that texture. I mean, it looks like rain. That looks like a battle. Oh, hey, what's going on with that?
Time to dance.
Hear me? Nothing!
It's too late to hide, so you better start running.
I'll try and make this quick.
Got me!
Did we just die? We just died. Headshot. Everybody drink. I think that's a Mahale monster with the flashing red light. Some of those guys are pretty tough. All right, well, we're back here again. Cruise over Riverwood. We'll go up over the hill. Get back to Nazir. Then I think I'm going to call it a night. But let's go find Nazir first. He should be over this way. What a lovely view. There's Falkreath. Just remember, we can take fall damage, so we got to pop the chute. It's not going to let me hop the wall. Not going to let me hop the wall. I guess we have to leave
The
the...
god Arche was once like us, bound to winding mortality, but he willingly gave up his existence.
We'll leave out the front gate.
Good dog.
Good dog. Oh, he must be talking to Miko. I gave Miko to Laud. So now Laud has Miko. Eventually we'll have to talk to them and go to Moonpath elsewhere. That's one of the birds. Look like a pigeon. Anybody want squab? That's a hummingbird. We have hummingbirds in our game too. To the sanctuary. Let's go talk to Nazir.
But the Night Mother is mother to all. It is her voice we follow, her will. Would you dare risk disobedience? And
surely punishment?
Keep talking, little man, and we'll see who gets punished.
Oh, be quiet, you great lumbering lapdog. The man has had a long journey. You can at least be civil. Mr. Cicero, I, for one, am delighted you and the Night Mother have arrived. Your presence here signals a welcome return to tradition.
Oh, what a kind and wise wizard you are, sure to earn Our Lady's favor.
You and the Night Mother are of course welcome here, Cicero.
Okay, that's
and
interesting.
You will be afforded the respect deserving of your position as keeper.
They show up as live.
Understood, husband?
But do you see
oh, yes,
Babette shows up as dead.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But make no mistake. I am the leader of this sanctuary. My word is law.
That's kind of cool.
Are we clear on that point?
Because that's Babette.
Yes, mistress, perfectly.
And
You're
she's
the
dead.
boss.
Ah, there you are. Good. I was done speaking with that muttering fool anyway. We've got some business to discuss.
I'm just trying to imagine you.
Do you have a contract for me?
I do indeed. You must go to the city of Markarth and speak with the apothecary's assistant. You'll probably find her in the Hag's Cure when the shop is open. The girl's been running her mouth. Wants an ex-lover killed. She's apparently performed the Black Sacrament. Her name is Muiri. I need you to talk to her, set up the contract, and carry it out.
Anything else?
Just do whatever the contact wishes. Be professional, represent us well, and get the job done. Since it's your first contract, I'll let you keep whatever Muiri pays. She'll be generous, I'm sure. They always are.
Wait, oh wait! I know you. Yes, yes! From the road, Cicero never forgets a face.
You're the man with the wagon, transporting his mother.
I am! But not just my mother, our mother, The Night Mother, oh yes. And you helped me. You helped poor Cicero. You talked to Lorius and got him to fix my wheel. Oh, you may have pleased me, but you have surely pleased the Night Mother. And our mother, she will never forget. Kill well. Oh, yes, mistress. You're the boss. For now.
Nazir.
Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way?
No, they're already dead.
Enodius Papias is dead.
Good. And I hope you were careful in that lumber mill. Those splinters and rusty nails can be quite nasty. Your payment for a job well done.
Nafi is dead.
Congratulations. You slaughtered an emaciated beggar in cold blood. You are truly an opponent to be feared. Here's your payment.
Betild is dead.
Of course she is. I hear the mining business is extremely cutthroat. And those hours, the murder. I could do this all day. Here's your payment.
Any advice on my current contract?
I'll teach you how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet.
What?
Exploit certainly has the sanctuary top.
Okay. I was asking for advice, but if you want to train me, I don't have enough gold.
You give me too much credit.
But I trained enough to go up a level.
What threat could I
Go on now.
pose?
I love Gabriella.
Does death not come to us all? Is it not a certainty? I am therefore honored to be Doom's herald, to play some part in a being's inevitable end.
I love this dialogue.
What can you tell me about yourself?
What a curious question. Well, I enjoy moonlit nights, taking long walks on the beach, knitting, and unicorns. In fact, I once took a seaside stroll on a moonlit night and discovered a unicorn, which I proceeded to stab in the throat with a crochet needle. I'm a woman of refined yet simple tastes.
I love that.
Until next time, sister.
Almost as much as Festus talking about.
Astrid failed to mention I'm her husband. She
Uh,
has a tendency to do that.
I already
Doesn't
knew.
want the others thinking she plays
Power of the
favorites.
arcane. If you only knew of the spells I didn't use. Oh.
Said to the baker, you're not dead, you're a faker. But if that's your wish, I'll oblige.
He truly is mad. Alright. We're going to save the game and we're going to call it a day. So, for everybody who's hanging out, hope you enjoyed the show. We're much happier with the frame rate. We're pulling 50 frames a second right here. 56 looking that way. 54 looking that way. So with the vegetation and everything that's here, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, I recommend staying on the older driver from NVIDIA. Don't get the latest drivers because they took about 5 frames a second right off the top. So, say goodbye to the kind folks.
We'll talk later. Be well, all right?
and mod it till it breaks, and mod it some more. Now, if I could actually get out of game, then I can get ready to go to bed. There we go. All right, peeps. Peace.